Hi guys, it's another episode of Conversations with the One Out. I know some of you will be like, why am I laughing all of a sudden? Yeah. I just feel like it is high time I hope you guys settle this dispute, or should I call it dispute or argument of this Seyi Vibes and what's it called? Zinoleesky. I feel it's high time we get over this whole conversation, and people always trying to drag themselves. The reality about it is this: Shea Vibes is nowhere close to Zinoleesky lyrically, creative process wise, and lyrically. In as much as Shea Vibes creative process will always be under reflection or shadow of what Ashake is doing. I know some of you will be like, "Ẹ̀yin trenches fan, mo mọ̀ kẹ́ tí mo máa para báyìí," but it is the reality. In as much as his creative process is same as Ashake's own, and we know that Ashake is the original owner of that concept, then you can never place him on same category lyrically, even vocal wise, with Zinoleesky. Go and listen to every Sheyi Vibe song. They are more like reflection of Omologo, Konisofo, Gbogbo Ishorore, Otanioko. Go and listen to the introduction of that particular song I just sang now. The reverb, the way it started, the introduction, and listening to this new attack Sheyi Vibes just dropped. Listening to some other of Sheyi Vibes songs, the introduction are always similar to that song. Then you hear that little echo and all those things, the same elements, which we all know Ashake started that. So for an artist that can actually make his music without his own originality and concept, I feel like it's disrespectful to Zeno to be dragged along with that artist, or for that artist to wake up and be like he wants to drag Zeno and come. I know everything is all marketing strategy, but sometimes you've got to pick it right. When you try to like go head to head with people, you've got to check your catalog, you've got to check the work you put in and how you were able to scale through. I have listened to Sheyi Vibes very well. He says unnecessary stuff, too much unnecessary stuff to sound like he's saying stuff. Lupita, Onyogo, how like you see music sometimes you need to, without people trying to scatter and rack their brain to understand. It has to be meaningful. When it's not making sense, at the end of the day, when they try to figure out to make it make sense, it has to make sense at the end of the day. Eh, Eze ti gbé mi débẹ̀, Isiwa, something like, how is Isiwa related to what you are actually saying? Isiwa is a name. So how is it related to where you're going, what you're trying to say, and all? So these are things some artists love to do in music. They just try to fill up the space with something that doesn't make sense. But since there is too much bounce, there's what we call bounce in music. Bounce is it's something that makes music more fun to listen to. There's something about Sheyi Vibes. He knows how to attack beats. He knows how to attack beat very well. That's why all his first verse are always dope. And second verse, you start getting bored. But now let's go to Zinoleesky. I I don't I listen to these kids very well. Their creative process is what I always watch out for, and their lyrical content. Zinoleesky is a very gifted young man, and sometimes whenever I listen to his music, I try to question the fact of who is writing for him, because some things he's always saying in his music are meaningful stuffs for his look, for where he came from. There are stuffs, there are lines he put together, and I be like, this kid is awesome. Because I don't listen to, like, I'm a very selective person when it comes to my music. When I'm listening to Fuji, I want to listening to best of Fuji. When I'm listening to Makosa, I want to listen to best of Makosa. When I'm listening to Sukus, I want to listen. When I'm listening to any Caribbean music, I want to listen to the best. When I'm listening to reggae music, you hardly hear me play some pom pom kind of thing. If I'm not doing Shaggy, I'm doing Lucky Dube, I'm doing I can even be doing some Beanie Man, not the known ones, but the ones that are applicable to me. So when I talk about music and creative process, when I talk about lyrical content, I want you to understand that I am not talking from perspective of my favorite artist. I'm talking from perspective of good music and the lyrical content that are in this music, which I feel like Zinoleesky has been able to like deliver. You remind me that song, that Asha song that he extracted, and uh, that Zinoleesky has a very funny way around words, and those words ends up being meaningful for someone. He knows how to compose love song in a party jam way. He knows how to say some sweet stuffs when you listen to him very well. I am not trying to discredit Seyi Vibez. Seyi Vibez is a well talented artist, but his songs are too rough. The lyrical content of his songs are too rough. The way he's always attack. Sometimes everything is not attacking, attacking, attacking. We know you have a style before. Thank God for Ashake for bringing the quiet tune and everything, which you were able to you extracted it and turn it to your style. And for your mind, you actually think you're like low budgeted version of Ashake, which is actually making you feel like you can, go for someone like Zinoleesky. Like for fans out there, you need to understand something. These are two different artists with almost same entity or background, but different school of thoughts and mindsets when they write. Their creative process is very different. No matter how Ashake tried to like no matter how Shea Vibes tried to like copy Ashake, try to use all the element of Ashake. Whenever Ashake drops, we know Ashake don't drop. We know say this is Ashake because the clarity, the transition in the production process, the creative process, the lyrical content, and everything, they always connect. There's a difference between when your lyrical content or your words connect to themselves and when they connect to the beat. Ashake's lyrical content connects to the beat and the words connect. Compared to Sheyi Vibes, it only connects to the beat. But some words, when you analyze them very well, maybe some syllables is trying to put together and some wordplay, everything just doesn't seem to make sense. But music is universal. It makes sense, it don't make sense. You could dance them. But now let us analyze it from perspective of being meaningful when you connect them together. And that is what most of you really don't understand about music. But some of you just listening to the beat and once they talk about Igbo Shayo and all those things, you just want to vibe. So for me, I feel like it's disrespectful. I feel like Shea Vibes should stay on his lane. I feel like the fans of Shea Vibes and Zeno should stay on their lane and just enjoy good music. Everything at the end of the day might be marketing strategy, but let us look at it like it is not a marketing strategy. Excuse me. Let us look at it from that perspective. Shea Vibes is nowhere close to Zinoleesky lyrically, music wise. See, there's something about that Zinoleesky that I kept telling people, like, see, this kid, this kid here, if he can just have, I'm not saying normally is not the right people to be with the right management. Don't get me wrong. But sometimes you can see greatness in people if they can try to take the risk of living good. Because I always tell people, good is the enemy of greatness. When you're good, you think that is it. But greatness is still there that you can always chase as an artist. I have so much listening to these two kids, scroll around their music, try to connect, and I realize that Zinoleesky doesn't care if he's going to top chart. He doesn't care if you're going to dance. He's still going to deliver some lyrical words, some lyrical content that you can always pick from and apply to your thinking and mindset. Maybe in terms of relating with woman, maybe in terms of, he has some funny quotes. And he will just say something. My mama tell me, say, make I know check in he's always having these relatable quotes that is applicable to everyone compared to Shea Vibe. Shea Vibe just wants to mark, that time when the band was doing flip flop kind of music. You just want to pick all those words. It makes sense, it no make sense. Baba could just join now together, beg, 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 beg. And ultimately, paying about far with it, you buy could say to coin more. So this comparison needs to stop, like for real. I'm not taking side on anyone. These young guys, they are making us proud. Competition is good for the market. All these things dragging and everything is good for the market. But outside of the marketing aspect of it, we still need to say it like it is. Because for real, if you're trying to talk about Seyi Vibez and Zinoleesky, trust me, it's a conversation you don't want to have. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, 60 Minutes TV Entertainment and News. Follow me on Instagram, timeline of a Gemini, TikTok, timeline of a Twitter, timeline of a Gemini with the nine. TikTok, apparently you can just look for Kuni Badger Baby. Facebook 60 Minutes TV, that is 60 MINST. You can all see everything on the screen. Reach out to me for your musical promotion distribution, music advice, how to build your budget, how to build your musical team as an artist, and how to work on your creative process. I got you. Till I come your way some other time. Peace.